Okay, let's begin with our alphabet strip, and I want, which hand is your beforehand? What hand is that?
Left.
Okay, and your after hand is your?
Right.
Right. Okay, what letter, what do we call the initial letter? What letter is the initial letter?
A.
Okay, put your beforehand on the initial letter. Now, what is your final letter?
Z.
Z. So put your put your after hand on Z, but I want you to say your ABC. So where do we usually put your after? Yes. So I want you to say your ABCs.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Okay, how many letters are in the alphabet?
26.
And the alphabet consists of what two letters?
Vowels and consonants.
Good job. Now, we were supposed to play a alphabet bingo since there's just one of us. So we're going to do our missing letter decks instead of our bingo because we are only one person, okay? So let's start with this.
A, B, C, C, D, E, E, F, G, E, wait, G, H, I, J, K, K, L, M, X, Y, Z, N, O, P, V, W, X, T, U, V.
Okay, this one will be easier. We started with the hard one and then we're going to the easy.
D, E, F, H, I, J, P, Q, R, S, T, U, B, C, D. D,
Okay, how are we supposed to set up?
D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J, K, L.
Good job. Okay. Now, we're going to go from our alphabet to our reading decks. Okay? Let's begin.
N, A, F, S, N,
No, that's it.
O, R, L, W, H, K, C, Z, J, D, M, I, E, T, G, B, B, P, that of O, that E consonant E, that of E, that of TCH, that of CH, that of TH, that of CK, that of SH, combination IR, combination UR, combination ER, combination OR, combination AR, combination WH, that of NG, that of AI, that of AY.
Okay, and we're going to just stop there. Okay, good job. All right, we're going to do a few keywords and sounds. We're not going to do many. Okay.
Table, bat, mother, thumb, nest, sink, rabbit, or church, board, or yarn, yeah.
Okay, good. Now, we're going to have some new learning. And remember, we've talked before about base words. Base words is the simplest form of what language? What do we speak? What is our language? English language. So it's the simplest form. Okay, the suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of a base word to change the form or usage. A base word plus a suffix is a what? Derivative. Derivative. That's kind of a hard word, isn't it? Okay, a derivative is this form of the word. Okay? Now, I'm going to put some words on this board. Okay? And I want you to tell me what letters do you see alike at the ends of the words, okay? And here we go. Now, what words do you see at the end that are alike?
E-N.
E-N. And that's called a what? What do we call it at the end of it?
Suffix E-N.
Suffix E-N. How do I code this suffix?
Box it.
We box them, don't we? So we box all of these suffix endings. Now, let's see what is the base word right here. Without, if we covered up the suffix endings, what is that word?
So thick.
Now, let's say it. What sound do you think that that E-N makes? So it has this sound. And we have a short E and the N, N. Okay? Now let's read the base word and the suffix ending.
Wooden, silken, thin.
Good. Now, a suffix, remember we said, was a letter or letters ended to the end of a base word to change its form or usage. Let's see if we can discover what the meaning is of these words. Let's look. Wooden. What do you think that means?
Like
Wooden.
Wood,
What?
like something's wooden.
Yes, it's made of wood. Good job. What would thicken mean?
That you've thickened something.
Okay, you thicken it, but it's to become. So this one is what?
Wooden.
Made of, and this one is to become. To made of. Okay, and this one is to become. Okay, now let's get your book, your workbook, and let's code and read these words. Okay, I want you to just code lines 1 and 2. Okay. Now let's box in our suffix endings first. Okay, let's box in our suffix endings first. Let's sit up. And then let's do our, no, you only go to these two rows. Okay, that's okay. Now, I want you to code all the digraphs next. Code all the digraphs next. I want you to code the digraphs next, okay? Okay, and then I want you to code the rest of, there are several digraphs. Okay, then I want you to code all the vowels. Okay, now let's read, I want you to read row 1 and 2.
Thin, flaxen, woolen, silken, flaxen, wooden.
Good job. Now, we're going to have another suffix ending. Remember we said the base word is the simplest form of what language?
English.
Good. And the suffix, where do we add the suffix to?
At the end.
So when we add a suffix to a base word, what do we get?
Derivative.
Derivative. That's kind of a hard one to remember. Okay, I'm going to write these words on here, and I want you to tell me what you see that is alike at the end. Okay, tell me, what do you see that's at the end?
EST.
EST. How do we say that? Do you know how we would?
Suffix EST.
Suffix EST, it's. Okay, so these are the sounds that we hear. Now tell me, how do you pronounce this?
S.
Est. Good. Yes. It's a short E and then the ST. Est. All right. Now, so the suffix is letters or is a letter or letters at the end of the word at the of the base word, and it changes its former usage. So first we had EN, right? And now we have EST. Now, what is the base word? What is the base word in this first word?
Hardest.
No, just the base word.
Hard.
What's the base word in the next?
Sweet.
And now read it with the
Hardest.
hardest.
Sweetest. Softest.
Okay. Now, what do you think this, what does it mean? Do you know what EST means? Hardest, sweetest, softest. It's called the most. Remember, it's comparison. So it's the most, right? The most. Remember we had, what if we put an ER? If we put an ER, what? So if EST is the most, what would ER be?
The less.
No, it's not the last,
But
it's the most. Okay, so we have, if we said harder, that's more. And if we said hardest, it's the most. Okay. All right. Now let's go over some of our prefixes before we code and read that we've had before. Okay, you might want to turn to your suffix page. Let's go to your suffix page. Find your suffix page. Right there. Turn to your suffix page. Okay, now, this is your suffix page. If I give you this, tell me, what is this, what is less? If I said needless, what would that mean? What does less mean?
Without.
Without. What does full mean? Look up here. What does full mean? Handful.
Handful. Quantity to full.
Quantity to full, doesn't it? What if I said ness? Kindness. If I said ness, what does that mean?
Quality of.
Quality of, yes. What if I said ing? When, so what is ing?
As of doing.
It's like right now, right? What if I said ed? What if I said ed?
Past tense.
Past tense. And ing is present tense, right? Oh, we just had this one. Tell me what est means. The most. Okay. What does en mean?
To become.
To become or made of.
Made
To
of.
become or made of. Okay, we need to review that some more, don't we? Okay, now I want you to code and read.
It's just because on Saturday there was this church thingy,
Yes.
and I went to and it started at 8 o'clock and it was 5 hours.
Oh, here. So it
And
made you
I went to bed at, guess what,
what time?
3:16.
Ooh, you went to bed late. Yeah, you're probably tired. Okay, let's code and read 5 and 6. So let's do our suffix endings first. Box your suffix endings first. Then do your digraphs. Okay, then do your vowels. I see one vowel that needs to.
Oh.
There you go. Okay, now read those words.
Sweetest, shortest, grandest, deepest, limpest, dampest.
Good job. Okay, now I'm going to show you some new instant words, okay? And we're going to use the flashcards. And we're going to say them together, and then you're going to say them. No, just leave that right here. Okay. Let's say them together. Over, new, sound, take, only, little, work, No.